Okay, guys. Okay, so basically I'm hoping I just help feed the hungry, right? I'm hoping maybe I help cure a couple of these diseases. I'm hoping I just helped employ the hungry, right? So now that I have all of your attentions, there's kind of this big, huge, giant, there's this big, huge, giant, huge favor I have to ask from y'all. There's something I really need y'all to do for me here. I'm not just asking you guys to do this for me, I'm asking you guys to do this for yourselves. Basically what I'm asking you guys to do here is, even before you start these wonderful jobs I'm hoping I help you guys to get. Basically what I'm asking you guys to do here is I'm asking you guys to strike, alright? Union type strikes in countries that are not free and democratic, and start nationwide strikes. Nothing moves till we get our freedom and democracy. Basically what I want you guys to do here is, instead of going to work, is I want you to make signs to beg for your freedoms, and then stand in the streets and scream "Kings who set us free." Now I'm telling y'all from the beginning, freedom isn't always fun, because it's not. Freedom isn't always fun. I promise you all that freedom is in fact fair. Under no circumstances whatsoever, listen to me very carefully, guys, under no circumstances whatsoever are you guys to start riots or start violence of any kind whatsoever. What you are doing is you guys are begging your kings for the right to govern yourselves. In doing so, please show them that you are responsible enough to do so. Okay, first off, there's two channels on my TV. There's Shopping Home and there's QVC. Now they're always selling jewelry off of these channels. I wish to call out these channels, and however many royal women there are, I wish to please purchase that many copies of each piece of jewelry you sell, and to please give it to these women. Okay, I'm begging the kings of these countries, please, my kings, stay calm, relax, maybe take a couple deep breaths. I beg you, please do not do anything rash. Please just hear me out. I have lots and lots of things to say. Please just allow me to bring my case before. That's all I'm asking for here, is that my kings would please just allow me to bring my case before them. That is all that I ask. Okay. I beg my kings to set their people free. Set your people free so that your people can feed themselves. Basically what this means is, if they are free to negotiate an honest wage. Oh my god, I'm so dead. Oh my god, I'm a dead man. Oh my god, I'm so dead. You guys don't understand, alright? If the rulers of the world want you dead, you straight up die, man. Now I'm a dead man. I'm so dead. Oh my god, I'm so dead. But I will not run or hide from death. What I'm going to do is I'm going to forge swords made out of gold. Then I will request an audience with my kings. I will come, I will get on my knees, I will bow before you, bow before them. I will beg them for their people's freedoms. Then I would present them with these golden swords. Then I beg my kings to do one of two things with this sword. The first thing you can do with the sword, and the thing I'm really hoping you choose not to do with the sword, is, you are the rulers of the world. I believe you'd have the right to take my head. Oh God. With this sword. The thing I'm hoping you choose to do with these swords is, since I'm trying to feed everyone, I'm trying to cure these diseases, since I now just literally stuck my neck out for your people's freedom and democracy, I'm hoping the kings of the world choose to knight me with these swords. My kings, it goes a little deeper than that, though. It goes a little deeper than that. But my kings, if you truly find me worthy, okay? If you truly find me worthy, I'm hoping the kings of the world choose to knight me in an adoption type ceremony with these swords. Now, please just hear me out. I have another quick poem for you. This poem goes: set your people free, then adopt me. Then through me we will be one big happy family. I wish to give one of my golden swords to Prince Charles of England, so the English royal family would be considered part of our global royal family. Okay, wait a minute. There's a promise I'd like to make to my kings. The promise I'd like to make to my kings is this. I promise I'll feed every last hungry person. Now what I'll do is I'll call up the doctors in the hospitals and tell them to open their doors to the sick, and please do not turn anyone away. I ask that they please send me the bill. I ask them to please accept what I can give them, when I can give it to them out of the quarter of the money I pay for curing sickness and disease. Now real quick, if you're going to work for me, your insurance covers this. If you're going to try to find a job later, maybe you could try paying me back. Just pay me back what you can pay me back, when you can pay it back. And if you're sick and you're not capable of working, please just go to the doctor. It's covered, right? So the promise that I like to make to my kings is this. I promise I will feed every last hungry person. I promise I will cure every last sick person. So I promise to my kings, I promise I will save every last human life. and as part of my promise to my kings that I promise I'll save every last human life, my kings, remember the $10,000 burial policy. Any human being I fail to save, I will pay and give them a proper burial. Okay, the very first thing I beg my kings to do after graciously granting the people this freedom and this democracy is to immediately pardon. That's right, immediately pardon anyone in your prisons for the crimes I was speaking openly about freedom, or for trying to start strikes, or any crimes related. The very second thing I beg my kings to do after graciously granting the people this freedom and this democracy is to find the lowest paying job or jobs in your countries. Then I would beg my kings to set a minimum wage limit 50 cents above par. Now, I told you people from the beginning, freedom isn't always fun, because it's not. Freedom isn't always fun. I promise that freedom is in fact fair. So freedom isn't always fun, therefore governments, they still kind of suck, We have to obey their laws, we have to pay taxes to them, right? So then what I beg my kings to do is I beg my kings to raise taxes and take 25 cents of this 50-cent raise back away from them. I would suggest to your newly elected and respected parliaments that they use some of this newly generated tax money and use it to buy school books for children. Now, I remember one time I was watching my TV, and on my TV there was a Chinese boy on my TV. And this Chinese boy talked about how he was a burden to how his mother could not afford to buy him a school book, and how he was a burden to his mother, and how he wished to harm or kill himself. It was most unfortunate. It was very, very heartbreaking to me. So now I am begging the King of China's permission to say to this Chinese boy, I will soon be your prince. Here is your book. Study very hard and become a great man. Now, I'll talk a little bit more about education a little bit later, hopefully after the King of the world graciously granted their people this freedom and this democracy. But for right now, I'm begging them for this freedom and this democracy. Okay. Okay, guys, it's not just my goals to feed and try to help cure, or to help employ, or even help do my very, very small part to try to help free the human race. It's also in my goals to protect. That's right, protect the human race. I have a theory for you. My theory for you is, remember a long time ago people thought if you sailed too far on the sea, your boat would eventually fall off the edge of the world? Well, my theory is if the U.S. government took one of its wonderful, wonderful space shuttles and they shot off into space and they start flying, going in a straight line, their shuttlecraft would never, ever fall off the edge of space. So according to this theory, water equals life, right? There is actually a moon in our system, I forget the name of this moon or which planet it belongs to, but there is actually a moon in our system covered with frozen water or ice. So according to this theory, there is no edge of space. I come with the hypothesis that there are possibly hundreds, thousands, millions, possibly even billions of planets or moons with water, some of which are probably crawling with life. Some of this life may be dangerous to us, right? So to protect the human race from the vast reaches and unknowns of all of space, I have come across the fact that planet Jupiter is 75% liquid hydrogen. Now, if you don't understand exactly how much liquid hydrogen this is, planet Jupiter is 4 times the size of Earth. It is 75% liquid hydrogen. It is approximately 3 Earths worth of liquid hydrogen. My company wishes to build a liquid hydrogen refinery plant on a farm of Jupiter. I suggest we harvest liquid hydrogen. We use it to power the entire Earth for like ever. We use this liquid hydrogen to power a fleet of spaceships I will suggest that we build to defend ourselves with. I wish to name this fleet of spaceships the International Space Navy. I suggest we harvest liquid hydrogen and use it to create a bomb we can use to obliterate an entire world. Also, to protect the human race from the vast reaches and unknowns of all of space, I suggest today the kings of the world graciously grant their people this freedom and this democracy. It be considered a great holiday, a great global holiday, in fact, a great day of global democracy. To celebrate this great day, my company wishes to sponsor a race, a great space race, in fact. I would ask each country to submit a ship or a design for a ship. We start somewhere outside our atmosphere. We race around the moon and back to the start line. If my company sponsors this race, the country that wins will receive a big, beautiful, wonderful, wonderful trophy and bragging rights for an entire year. On a real quick personal note, I have $1 million of my own money. I wish to start a pot with it. I ask each of my kings to take $1 million of their own money, put their $1 million in this pot with mine. My $1 million says the U.S. government is going to win this great race. Now I'll talk a little bit more about this International Space Navy, about this great race a little bit later, hopefully after the kings of the world graciously grant their people this freedom and this democracy. But for right now, I'm still begging them for this freedom and this democracy. Basically, this whole defending us from space thing, what I beg my kings to unite the human race in democracy against our common enemies, which is the vast reaches and unknowns